Ahoy and welcome back to another Sea of Thieves video. In today's video we'll be covering a wide range of topics from fishing to cooking and much more. So let's hop right into my guide to the Hunter's Call. But before we talk about anything else, let's talk a little about what the Hunter's Call is. The Hunter's Call is the fourth faction that was added into the game upon the release of the first anniversary of Sea of Thieves, bringing with it all new commendations, cosmetics, equipment, and a long-awaited hunting and fishing. With the arrival of the Hunter's Call, the NPC known as Merrick we first met during the Hungering Deep update also came back to the Sea of Thieves, this time along with his entire family. Merrick and his family can be found at the various sea posts dotted around the map. Depending on what type of fish you're trying to catch, the first step to fishing is to gather bait. In the Sea of Thieves, there are currently 3 different types of bait that you can use to catch different types of fish. These types being leeches, grubs, and earthworms. Bait can be found in resource barrels as well as from digging in certain areas. Leeches can be found from digging along the shoreline, while grubs can be dug up from any sandy areas, and earthworms can be dug up from grass. Each region of the Sea of Thieves has its own different types of fish, with a few exceptions. As you can see from my handy dandy fish chart here, devilfish are found in the Devil's Roar region, while battlegills can only be found at any active stronghold or islands with a skeleton ship parked at it, and they can only be caught with grubs. Ancient scales are found in the Ancient Isles, while stormfish are found from fishing in any storm around the map and can only be caught with leeches. Wild splashes are found in the wilds, plentifins in the shores of plenty, and wreckers can only be caught from any shipwreck you come across and require earthworms to catch, while splashtails are the most common fish that can be found anywhere and don't require bait to catch. Pondies also don't require bait and are only found in any pond, on islands, and finally, isle hoppers can only be found on specific islands in each region of the map, which I have marked on my map of the Sea of Thieves. You can also catch treacherous loot, which can be things like an old boot, fish bones, or an old hat, that can only be found in coves such as this one here in the center of Thieves Haven, as well as you can also catch ashen keys and wooden planks. Now that we've got bait, it's time to catch a fish, and since we're in the Ancient Isles here, we're going to be using leeches. So let's catch a fish. Now that we've caught our fish, it's time to cook. There are 2 different ways to cook a fish. Each boat has its own stove where you can cook a fish, or each island and outpost has a cooking spit like this where you can cook stuff. All you need to do is put some wood on it, pull out your lantern, ignite it, and you can cook your fish. Each type of fish and meat in the Sea of Thieves has a different time for cooking. Since this is a trophy fish, as you can see here, it's going to take 1 minute and 35 seconds to cook. While basic fish take 45 seconds, meat takes 1 minute and 5 seconds, and monster meat such as Kraken and Megalodon takes 2 minutes and 5 seconds. When the fish begins to bleach and turn brown like this, we know that it is half cooked. We know it's not fully cooked because the eye has not turned white yet. Now that the eye has turned fully white and it has turned into a nice brown color, we know that the trophy fish is now fully cooked and ready to eat. The last topic I want to cover in this video are the different rewards you get for ranking up in the Hunter's Call, some of which are some of my favorite cosmetics in the game. And these are them: the killer whale figurehead, the killer whale hull, the killer whale cannons, the killer whale wheel, the killer whale sails, the killer whale capstan, and then for equipment we have the killer whale fishing rod, the killer whale lantern, and the killer whale tankard, as well as the captain of the killer whale title for completing the full set at level 50. And that concludes my guide to the Hunter's Call. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little ship's bell for future notifications. And I'll see you all again soon on the Sea of Thieves.